guys, my name is Lily and welcome back to my channel. So, it's almost July. It is June 26th, I think. I do not know. But so it's time for my July TBR. And I was originally going to do my Roll the Dice game. But the thing is with that is when I was filming it, I literally only got like 3 different numbers. I never got 12 or 2 or whatever. And so, the dice I use are from a game that I loved as a child. And the game's called Sum Swap, and it taught me how to do math. So, I love math, and I still do, thanks to this game. And so, I was staring at the game board, which, if you want to see it, is this. This is the game board. I was staring at this game board and I was like, And inspiration sparked and I'm doing a TBR game with this board. So, if you don't know how this game works, basically what happens is you start here. My little guy is a yellow frog because Katie wanted the yellow frog. Because I can't make a freaking decision. You start and you roll the dice. There's a plus and minus, so let's say you get 6 minus 3, then you would move 3 spaces. And how the game works is, when I play, I don't use this. I mean, when I play with my parents, when I used to, I did. I'm not using this because I don't like this. But with these, what you do is, if you land on one of these, which is like 2, 6, 5, 3, then you roll this dice, and if you get minus, you go back that many spaces. If you get a plus, you go forward that many spaces. So what I did was, every single time I roll the dice, so we're going to go with the 6 minus 3 again. I got 3. So I will go to, I've made cards for each and every number. So I will go to the 3 card, it's the 3 card, which on the back it says read a book with a blank on the cover, and the first one is an animal on the cover, so I will find a book that has an animal on the cover, and so on and so forth until I finish the game. And when I finish the game, when I land on finish, that's when the game ends, and that's how many books I have to read that month. So, I'm very excited, and I've already filmed the rolls because I filmed them last night, and I'm pretty pleased, but literally you can I could have gotten way more than I did because this endless loop is what it says. Yeah, it's very mean endless loop. And if I get a 0, I will have to add a book on my TBR at the end. So how I would do that is I would roll the dice again, doesn't matter where I am, I'd be done with the board, I'd roll the dice, whatever number comes up, I'd just pick the first one from that number pile. And so I'm going to go over each and every number card. So basically I've made 84 cards, 12 of which are just numbers. But the ones are different genres, so it's 6 different genres. I'm going to be adding more to these, so if you have any recommendations or prompt suggestions that you want to add to these, let me know down below. I'd love to look them up, to add them. Words. 2 is format, so graphic novel, physical book, short paperback, audiobook, stuff like that. Paper clips are mean. You already saw 3, which was read a book with a blank on the cover. 4 is read a book with a blank cover, so it's different colors. Which my mom was like, "Why isn't there this color?" I'm like, "Because I forgot." Number 5 is read a book with a blank main character. So it can be gay, disabled, a main character with mental illness, with cancer, stuff like that. 6 is read a book blank recommends. So I have booktubers, I have people I know in real life who recommends books to me, and I will pick one that they've recommended to me. Or booktubers, I will go to some of their recommendations videos and pick a book that I own or that I can get physically, or audiobook that I want to read, that they liked. words. 7, it's read a book set in the blank. So we have Australia, USA, UK, space, high fantasy world, stuff like that. Another planet. I want to live on another planet. Anywhere but here, right now. Number 8 is blank pics. So Katie pics, my dog pics, mom pics, YouTube pics, Instagram pics. I have one more that I can't remember. It's very creative though, I think. I don't know. I can tell I don't remember stuff. 9 is read a book you got from blank. From Christmas, from my mom, from my meme, from, I don't know, where else to get books. 10 is read a book with blank number of words in the title. So it's like a bunch of, so it's just different numbers. 11, I don't even need to look at the back because I remember. 11 is 3 books in here that I'm very, very excited to read, and 3 books I don't really know anything about. And 12 is read the blank book in a series. So read a standalone, read the 3rd book, read the last book, read a sequel in the series. That kind of jazz, all that jazz. So now that we've gone over the rules, and if you have any other questions, drop them down below. But let's get on with the first rule. Rule number 1. 1. Welp. Genre. Read a historical fiction novel. I have quite a few of those. So, for rule number 1, I got number 1, and I got historical fiction. So, I have quite a few historical fictions, but I went with this one because I am very interested in it, and I love World War II, but I think this is taking place after World War II, and it was Barnes & Noble's book club book like a month ago. You can tell I keep up with it. And that is They Went Left by Monica Hesse. I haven't heard many things, but the things I've heard have been really, really good. And I'm very, very excited to read this. So I really hope I enjoy it. Rule number 2. Let's hope I get a high number. Or a 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Read a book with a blank main character. Read a book with a main character who has a mental illness. I don't ever have any on my shelves, but I'll try to look for one. So the second rule was number 9. Read a book with the main character who has a mental illness. So this was, I looked up on Google because I'm stupid. And this came up a lot, and I'm very nervous to read this because it is a very hard-hitting contemporary, and it's probably gonna break my heart. That is Girl in Pieces by Kathleen Glasgow? I have no idea how to say that. I don't really know much about this, but I know it follows a girl named Charlotte Davis whose life sucks pretty much. Like, her life is awful, and I know that much. Especially, like, I know that much from the first page. But I'm very, very nervous to read this, but I think I'm going to take it slowly, but we'll see how much I like it. It's not too big, but yeah, this is my second pick. Rule number 3. 3. 1, 2, 3. Read a book with a blank on the cover. Sky. I think I have quite a few of those. I mean, it's not uncommon. So, for the third roll, I rolled a 3. And so it's read a book with a sky on the cover. And so both the editions I have of this book are sky, but for the Reading Rush, this edition has pink on it, so I'm showing this edition. Because my birthstone is pink. But that is Percy Jackson and the Lightning Thief by Rick Riordan. Ironically, I'm reading this for the Reading Rush, and I read it for the last Reading Rush, the stay-at-home one, so that's ironic. But if you don't know what this is about, one, how, especially if you follow my channel, but if you don't know, again, I don't know how, but I'm hosting a PGO along where in July we're starting with The Lightning Thief, and Katie's my co-host. So I'm very, very excited to read this, and it's so soon I can start reading it. I mean, technically I'm reading it the last week of June. Let's be real, I'm probably going to start it before then. Anyway, I'm very, very excited to dive back into the world of Percy Jackson since I love them. They're everything. Roll number 4. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Read a book. Blank recommends. Ashley. So Ashley from Frog Through Fiction. So for the 4th roll, I rolled a 6, which is someone recommends, and Ashley from Frog Through Fiction recommends. So I went on over to her newest book recommendations, and I also went on to Goodreads on favorites, and I chose, there were 2 that I owned, and I picked the middle grade because ACOTAR scares me. So I'll be reading A Pinch of Magic by Michelle Harrison. I can't believe I didn't read this last month. I was going to read it for Myth Taker, but I only did the Assassin Path because the end of the month is like, what? So, well, it's still the end of the month, but like, I'm not going to read it for the end of the month. But I'm actually kind of nervous because everyone loves it, and I want to love it too. But it sounds really, really good, and I'm very excited to read it. So I hope I love it just as much as everyone else. 5th roll. 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh yeah. Read a book set in Australia. I'm gonna have to look for that. So for the 5th roll, I rolled a 7, and so it's read a book set in, and I got Australia. I'm cheating a little because I couldn't find any books set in Australia that aren't like adult or stupid that I don't want to read. So I changed it a little. I'm probably going to change this prompt up a little. And I changed it to read a book by an Australian author. So I'll be reading Illuminate by Jay Kristoff and Amy Kaufman. I believe they are both Australian, and if not, I do know that Jay Kristoff is. I will be picking this up from the library soon, so I'm very, very excited. And yeah, so that's the 5th roll. Roll number 6. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Read a book with a blank cover. With a blue cover. That's definitely not uncommon. So for the 6th roll, I got a 4, and so that's read a book with a blue cover. So the book I chose, this was literally like the first book that came to my mind as soon as I saw the word blue. I was like, oh. So I'm picking Havenfall by Sarah Holland. Katie is dying for me to read this. I told her I was reading it, and she was like, yes. I know literally nothing about this book. Nothing. I just know Katie absolutely adores it, and it's short and sweet. And I was like, you know what? It's the first book I thought of, so why change perfection, you know? Hopefully it's good. Kind of nervous. I just realized that, like, because all the books are behind me, that 3 of those are, like, pinkish gold. Pink and gold. That's weird. Anyway, I'm very excited to read this, and I really hope I love it as much as Katie did. Roll number 7. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ironically, that was perfect. Read a book Blanca recommends. Let's see. Read a book Katie recommends. There are literally so many. So for the final and 7th roll, I got 6 again. So it's read a book Blanca recommends, and so it's read a book Katie recommends. So I went on her Best Books of 2019 video, and the best book we are currently reading, so can't pick that. and I wanted to pick ones that I owned, and I already read Truly Devious, so the next best thing was An Ember in the Ashes by Stop It to Hear. I think this was on my original Roll the Dice TBR. Oops. I think. Yeah. I did not finish it. When I read this, I was reading 3 other books, which was stupid. And I've only finished 1 out of 4 of those books. Yeah. I better crack on it. And I remember loving what I read, so I'm very excited to continue. And I know exactly where I am, so I just have a random, it's from science class. Observation. Okay. But I'm on page 112 and very excited to continue. So yeah. But, so this is my July TBR, except, and I also have more, because I'm participating in the reading rush, so, wish me luck. It's my first time, pretty much, and I'm kind of nervous. But so these are the books, and Percy Jackson, I'm not going to hold that up because that is huge, and Illuminae. See, they're all like pink and gold. It's weird. Anyway, I hope you guys liked this new TBR game. I enjoyed doing it, and if you have any more prompt recommendations, let me know down below. Tell me if you like this TBR game, and tell me if you're participating in any readathons, and what books you're planning on reading in July. But I will see you in my next video. Bye!